Welcome to TNN, the whole world and the world around you. Facts, fiction, and entertainment from around the world. In America, 2020 election is heating up. A few more days to the election date. Most of the Americans have the definite answer to whom they should vote for, but some of them are in confusion. We had a debate in public area for the first time, and we asked 5 questions to all the participants. Let us hear what they have to say about 2020 election. The first question is, who would be the better president for the next 4 years in America? Start with Ms. Linda.
President Trump, because of his policies. 401, everybody was happy. I just think he's done a great job when he first got in until this COVID, and I still think he did very well at handling the COVID virus. I really do. Everyone's going to be happy. He's bringing back jobs to America. He's going to bring back the medications to be made in America and no longer in China. So I think he's just for the American people.
Okay, fellas, I am a Republican. I'm a registered Republican since 1969, all right? But I voted for plenty of Democrats. Mr. Obama, I voted for him. I voted for Clinton once. I voted for both of them. Hey, if a guy has a good policy and he's a good man and he has a good story to tell, we listen and we believe. Now, let's get to the question that you asked about the president. Who would be the best president? I think the best president in 2020 would be Donald Trump. Donald Trump, in 3 years, not 4 years as president, he has helped the economy. He has brought back jobs. He has negotiated with Mexico and with Canada. There are so many points that I could go through with Donald Trump in his first 4 years of administration. He helped the economy with lowering taxes. You mentioned the stimulus plan that helped unemployed. The problem that he is faced with today is not created by the Trump administration, because the virus came from China and now he has to deal with it. He has to shut down the economy and try to figure out a way to get people back to work. Is the fact that why is the economy bad? Well, what do you expect? You had to shut down the economy, 30 million people out of work. And it's not because of him, it's because of the pandemic. On immigration, he built the wall. Nobody wanted to give him the money. Washington was fighting him, all the Democrats fought him, and he won, and he got money to build a wall. He's building a wall to keep illegals from coming into our country and getting benefits without having to go through the proper channels. Now there are millions and millions of people from other countries, like some of our own friends, that had to struggle to get here legally. And they put in the time, and they put in, once they got here, they became citizens. How? By working and paying taxes and voting when they get the right to vote. This is what our country's about.
As far as who would be the next president for the country that would do a better job, basically Trump has done some good things for the Americans. The border wall in Mexico preventing illegal aliens from coming into the country, taking over our jobs and getting free welfare. He's done that very, very well. As far as the stimulus check for the families that needed the money because of the pandemic, he's done a good job with that. And the 401k is also a good thing that he did. As far as his main forte, I think he's a real estate mongo. How he got the job as president is beyond me, and his personality is somewhat less desired. He doesn't have a great personality as far as how he treats his co-workers and when he does his speech. The look that he has on him and the way he carries himself, basically, I don't think, he's fit for that. As far as Biden, I have learned that if Biden takes over as president, there's going to be a lot of money cuts in different programs. That's not going to be good, including health care. But he does have a burning personality, so He might turn the country into a socialistic country, which we don't want. The United States is a democracy, as stated in the Declaration of Independence and in
So
the
you're
Constitution.
saying that Joe Biden would be a better president?
As far as his rules and what he's going to do, I cannot positively say that, no. As far as his personality and being more friendly to the people, yes.
I think Trump has the better policies because the immigration's better. He's better, I think, with job creations. Okay, but you got to remember, Obama and Biden took over and the economy wasn't that good. So they got America jobs too. Okay, now the deficit, we're facing a deficit that nobody mentioned. Okay, and they got bigger and bigger, even though Trump got more jobs and more people working and he's controlling the border. But with the wall, you don't really need the wall. Just stop giving these people health care, keep the borders closed. Now with Biden, like I said, the economy got a little bit better with him and Obama, okay?
Injustice by the police to the citizens. Would you suggest a peaceful demonstration or aggression to deliver a message?
Now, in a peaceful demonstration, you would go to the precinct and have a meeting with the captain and demand, these are the demands. These people created this problem, they did this issue, they wrongfully hurt this person, they should be prosecuted. I'm not taking the violent demonstration. I'll condemn the violence that has gone on in this country. What kind of demonstration is that? You're not protesting anything. During the Vietnam War, the protesters had signs, they carried signs, they went to Washington, they went to their senators, they protested for peace, stop the war, and that's what you do.
I definitely would go with a peaceful demonstration. If you have a violent demonstration, a revolutionary thing, innocent people would get hurt, bystanders, and nothing much would get accomplished, except the demonstrators would get arrested and end up in jail. So basically, I'm for a peaceful demonstration,
It's always been peaceful that I can remember. But now I think it's being organized by some group. It's divided now. And they're destroying people's lives, people's businesses, everything. And they're letting it get away. It never was that way before.
Now what John said is a good thing, okay? Because they got to do an investigation and they got to arrest the cop if guilty otherwise. But they can't let these demonstrations go on either because you got to stop it with the National Guard or the military or somehow.
Open the borders or strictly legal immigration?
That we need a wall because the wall stops the infiltration of people coming in. Once they get to that wall, they're going to be able to come in if they have proper documentation. But you don't see people coming here from India. You don't see them coming from Africa through those walls. They're coming through proper channels. All these other countries, all these small countries, from Russia, from France, and anybody that wants to immigrate to this country. This country was built on the backs of immigrants. My parents were immigrants. Your parents were immigrants. Your parents were immigrants. Your parents were immigrants. Your parents weren't immigrants. Your father was born here. But this country was born on immigrants, but they came in legally and they went through the paperwork. They got documented. You know who they are.
You support the wall 100%.
We support the wall 100% because you have to have that. You have to have borders. And then you have a system where you have other countries that have people that want to get out. They have to legally apply and become accepted into this country. You can't take 10 million people coming into your country. You're going to have to support them. If they can't speak your languages, they can't work. Well, what are you going to do with them? You got to put them on welfare. So who's going to pay? The government's going to give them money, going to give them houses, going to give them medical.
Drug trafficking, little children are being raped and sold. You need a wall. We can't have open just coming in. They're coming in with diseases. But there was a case in Arizona of somebody in a coma for over a year, but nobody the hospital has to pick up all these expenses. It only comes back to us. So you do need a wall. You definitely need a wall.
Trump got elected because of the way he wanted to get everybody here legally. So, and the borders should be closed to people that are illegal.
You're saying there should be strictly legal immigration.
Legal immigration, exactly. You gotta have the papers to come in like my father did in the 40s there.
There you go.
You used to have to get immigration and the papers there. They used to come through Ellis Island there. So
Right.
they couldn't come here without the papers there.
Basically, America is already a melting pot. We have a lot of different ethnics and things here. So nobody should come to this country improperly without the working papers or citizenship or without a visa. So I believe in a strict legal immigration process. They want to come here, they gotta do the proper thing.
Do you believe racism still exists in US? If so, what do you suggest to stop it? Is America ready for a woman president? If not, why?
There is still with certain people, but I really don't believe that it's as bad as they say it is. I think they are trying to divide it to make it sound that way, the news media. We live in an area where there's all different nationalities and we all get along very well.
What do you suggest to stop it?
There's no suggestion from me. I just think everybody will eventually. I don't have a suggestion of stopping it. I just don't believe it's bad. I just don't. You could be anything. Look at Obama became president. There's everything. You could do anything you want if you put your mind to it. You can succeed in America, whether you're white, black, or any nationality. It doesn't matter.
So over the time it will disappear, that's what you're trying to say.
Well, I would hope so, and over time, this newer generation doesn't see color. There just isn't any woman out there today that can handle all the problems of America and in Europe and in Iran and in any country. There isn't a woman out there that can do it. So no, they're not ready for a woman president. I mean, a woman can wake up and change her mind in a split second. I don't care who she is. It's just not, I just don't think there's anyone ready right now, a woman, to be president.
Does racism exist in the U.S. today? It has existed here forever. It is very difficult to say that it hasn't existed. It's always been here. It's been toned down. People have learned how to live with one another. There's a lot of unity within people. People try, but it's in nature, and it's not in this country. It's in the whole world. Every ethnic background has racism, and it's never going to disappear unless you have a nuclear war and wipe everybody out. Then we won't have. That's the only way we can solve it. But other than that, there's no solution. Women belongs in the house, and that's the White House. She belongs in the White House because if she's smart enough and she's tough enough, she's tougher than a man. She can stand up to anybody. She won't take anybody. Listen, England has a queen, and they had the prime minister there. Germany has it. What's wrong with a woman? A woman can do anything a man can. They can do it 10 times better.
That should be.
Racism still exists in the U.S. more down south than anywhere else because of what happened during the Civil War. People were still prejudiced down there. The best way to overcome it is the people have to learn to work together and to love one another, and basically that's it. And trust one another. That's the whole thing. They got to trust each other, and that's it. Okay, what John and Linda said, I kind of disagree. There are a couple of women that I know that are capable with proper training. Number one, Hillary Clinton. Bill Clinton,
Yes.
her husband, was president. So they have the experience and the know-how. Second, I think also Michelle Obama would be good also. Michelle Obama is very knowledgeable. She has the power. She had shows around in the metropolitan area here that was sold out. Sold out. And I'm not just talking about Afro-American people attending, white people as well. So I think that Hillary and Michelle, even though they're not running, they have the ability maybe to run the country. As far as Kamala Harris, who's running right now for president, I don't know much about her, so I cannot really comment basically on what her capabilities are.
Hi, my name is Robin, and I feel very strongly that at this point in time, Joseph Biden would be a better president for this country. I feel very strongly about this. Unfortunately, Donald Trump is, from my perspective, has been a major disappointment. And my personal feeling is the major criteria for a leader in our country is integrity. And I feel that our current president is morally flawed, and character is of the utmost importance. And for that very reason, among others, I feel that Joseph Biden would be a better choice. America is ready for a woman president, but needless to say, there are many capable women in this country. Unfortunately, I think being president to some degree is a thankless job, and most of the women out there who are really capable wouldn't want to be president.
Who do I think should be the next best president for this next 4 years? It's a hard thing to think about. President Trump has come from an entrepreneurial end of the business. I believe that he has done a great job. As a president, you cannot do everything correct. You have to juggle with everything that you have at hand. And when given the opportunity to be the president of a world, you have to think there's a lot of things moving. I can't even imagine how he sleeps at night. But let's take a look at President Biden if 2020 should avail him as the president. He has served with President Obama. He did do a good job as well. There are things that he can probably do better. But coming into this new age life of 2021, it would require him to have a lot of thought. Having Miss Kamala at his side would probably be a good ace in his pocket. And who would I vote for the next president? I don't know yet. I'm still thinking. I always like peaceful, and I urge people to do peaceful in a march. Violence serves no purpose, and we should look to come to a peaceful understanding so the world could be at peace, our future generation could be at peace. Racism in America, I wish it would stop. You know, there are all colors of people, and I honestly wish that we can live together, we can understand each other, and going forward in 2021, I hope and pray that that word racism will be eradicated completely from our lives. My message to the next president is the following. Healthcare workers, essential healthcare workers that are going out to care for sick people at home, specifically the home health aides, I would like for them to be out of the domestic zone in the Labor Department. I would like for them to make more money. Immigration reform, I think that's very important. A lot of foreign people, 90% of America is made up of foreigners, and they're the ones that's caring for sick people at home. My message is keep them in mind, keep them at the top of the list, and don't forget us. as you become the president, we want to be in a White House with you because we, after all, are caring and sharing care in America.
Hope you enjoyed the debate tonight. For TNN, Charles Thomas. See you next time. Thank you.